Okay, guys, we are on math, pages 459 through 464. This would be our extra practice study notes that normally you would take home, and then we would have a test. We're going to do all that today, okay? So let's take a look at your extra practice, your study notes. And it says to draw equal groups and write a multiplication sentence. So you were to have drawn, or you were to draw 4 groups of 2. So go ahead and draw 4 groups. And just because I can, I'm going to switch colors with 2. That looks better, doesn't it? Otherwise it looks like weird eyeballs. With 2 in each group. Alrighty, and then you make your multiplication sentence. You have how many groups? 4 times, you have 2 in each group. 2, 4, 6, 8, right? 4 times 2. So that would be number 1. And then they have the addition problem down below. It's just the same thing as saying 2 plus 2 plus, as repeated addition. You've got 2, 2, 2, 2, same answer. All right, multiplication and addition are related. Now, for number 2, it says skip count by 2s to find the product. 3 times 2, 2. Right, write that number. Counting by 2s. All right, and the next one you have an array. Okay, how many rows are going down, people? Count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? You've got, those are the rows going across. So you have 5 rows of what? How many are going down? You've got, let me make this longer. 2, 3. You've got 1, 2, 3. 5 rows of 3. We want to know how many squares there are altogether. There's an easy, quick way. We don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go like this. 5 rows times 3. 5 times we have a 3. And the quickest way is for you to have that memorized, okay? And that's definitely what you'll be doing in 3rd grade. Start practicing over the summer. Grab some multiplication cards. Start learning your facts, okay? If you have to, count by 5s. I would count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, right? Which is the same as 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And that's what they did for the next one. They took it and they turned it and they say, now you have 3 rows of 5, right? Because they turned it this way. 1, 2, 3 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 3 rows of 5. Okay, so that would be 3 times 5. Same answer. You're going to write the products yourself. We'll say them together out loud. If you can write that quickly, go ahead and write them. Otherwise, just go back and do it. Let me see if I can hear you. 5 times 8. You got 8 5 times. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I counted wrong. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, right? 2 6s. 6 and 6, 12. 3 2s. 2, 4, 6. 3 5s. 5, 10, 15. I don't know if I went too fast, but I don't think so. 5 6s or 6 5s. It's easier to count 6 5s, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10 4s, it's a 4 with a 0 at the end. 9 10s, same thing, a 9 with a 0 at the end. Then it says to draw a picture to solve, write a number sentence. Mr. Reese buys 3 bags of apples, 6 apples in each bag. We want to know how many are there. So just like we've been doing all along, how many bags? 3? Good. Go ahead and draw 3 bags. They don't have to be bags, they can be just boxes, okay? So the picture would be 3 representing bags, 3 bags, 6 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do the same in each one. Each one has 6 apples. And our multiplication problem is, first of all, how many groups? 3 times, that's the groups. Number of groups, number in each group. Okay, so there are 6 in each group, and that will equal your total. Can you count by 6s? 6, 12, 18, you're right. And then over here, there's a line that you have to put 18 on. Always don't forget that line, okay? And then we can turn till you get to your test, your chapter review test. And I'm gonna want you to do that yourself. And if you could take a picture and send it to me, that would be great. If that doesn't work out, that's okay. But you're to use the words product or multiply. Add equal groups to, in 4 times 4 equals 16. 16 is the So you add equal groups to, they said add, that could be confusing, but if you have equal groups, you can multiply. So you want to write multiply. So 16 would be the product because the answer to a multiplication problem, okay, A times B equals C. C is called the product, okay, the answer to a multiplication problem. Okay, then you're just going to be multiplying 4 times 2, count by 2's. Number 4, how many rows are there? Remember the rows go across. 3 rows of 2, write your multiplication sentence. And then you have 2 rows of 3, just switch it around. You're going to multiply. You're going to go to number 12, draw a picture. Jenny has 2 toy cars, so number 12. I'm going fast right now, but that's just in explanation. Then you go back and do it. Jenny has 2 cars. Each car has 4 wheels. So your picture should look like that. And what's your multiplication problem? How many groups? 2 times how many in each group? 4 equals how many altogether? And then write it over here. Okay? Then you can do the enriched page if you would like a challenge. But we're going to go on over to 463. And number 1 says choose the best answer for that question. Does that picture show 2 plus 3 equals 5? Does it show 3 times 2 equals 6? Or does it show 3 times 3? Does it show 3 groups of 3? Or does it show 3 plus 3 plus 3? Okay, now don't be fooled. Look and see how many are in each group, okay? Decide which one is better. Don't know what's going on today. Kind of got off to a little weird start, but we'll just keep on keeping on. It's the best we can do. All right. So, did you figure it out? Good. Okay, so number 2 says, which number has 2 tens, 5 ones, and 3 hundreds? Remember what comes first? Hundreds, then tens, then ones. So be careful. They've mixed it up. It has 2 tens. It has 5 ones. That goes last. And it has 300. So they scrambled it up. See if you can find that. And then number 3, what multiplication sentence is shown? Look at the rows going across. How many rows? 3. How many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see a 3 and I see a 6. I see 3 rows of 6. See if you can find which of those multiplication sentences that would be. Okay, then top of the next page, number 4. How many faces does a rectangular prism have? Remember, the face is where did I go wrong? Okay, the face is the flat part. This is a face, this is a face, underneath is a face, this is a face, the back side has a face, that side has a face. So count the faces. And then what is 5 times 7? If you've got 5 7s, you can add that up if you don't have it memorized, or it would be easier to turn it around and say I've got 7 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you just count by 5s. 5. Find the answer? Go ahead and write that down. It says shade to make a model. 2 tortillas are the same size. Pat eats 1/4, Amy eats 1/2. So you've got to shade 1/4. That's 1 out of 4 equal parts. The other one is 1/2. That's 1 out of 2 equal parts. And it says this one, Pat belongs to this one. Amy belongs, I made Amy's not very round, did I? Amy's pizza. If Pat eats 1/4 and Amy eats 1/2, who eats more? Which is greater, 1/4 or 1/2? Well, it looks like 1/2 is really 2/4, huh? So, and then number 7, Mr. Lee buys 4 bags of apples. So you need to draw your 4 bags of apples. Okay, for that problem, because you need to make a model. Each bag has 5 apples in it. Or you can go like this, if you prefer. And you need to look and see, how many groups do you have? All of them are the same. 4 times 5, count that out. And then don't forget to write it right down below for your apples, okay? That answer will go right there. Alrighty? So, whoa, that was the last page, right? Yes. So, anything you didn't finish up there, go ahead and wrap that up. If you want to send me a picture, fine. You don't have to, but, you know, always nice, okay, if that works out. And, excuse me, I'll see you for language. We're going to work in your activity book, and we're going to deal with chapter 8, okay? We're going to complete a story map. So I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye.